Now, I wonder if you take into consideration like the likability factor of the character. You just address the character and present him with warts and all.
Yeah, no, I don't. With a kind of character like this, no, I wasn't. I mean, the point seemed to be that was how likable he was, or unlikable he was, or difficult and irascible he was, and the warts and all stuff seemed to actually really be the point to this. And I don't often think about it, and particularly this guy has sympathetic characteristics. The warts are sympathetic in some ways, and they get drawn out more in his relationship with his father, the kinder aspects of him, the warmer aspects of him. You know, it's all built in there. I've played some characters in which I have worried about it being difficult for people to like this guy, but it's an interesting task.
Is it fun to play a guy like this?
Yeah, I mean, no, it is, and there's a perverse pleasure in pushing people as far as you can to see if they will like you still. I mean, there's a kind of perverse satisfaction that comes out of saying, I'm going to make this as hard as possible for you to like somebody.
It looks like fun.
It is fun. Sure, it is fun. I mean, I think it's fun being a person like that sometimes, being provocative like that and pushing people like that.
What about, you know, you have such a great cast around you, including Dustin Hoffman, a legend. How much does that improve your acting? And then also, can you put aside the fact that you sort of grew up watching Dustin Hoffman? Just get in there and be an equal partner.
Yeah. Well, no, it absolutely raises everybody's game. I mean, it certainly makes me better. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to be better in order to even be in the room with the guy, and he'll just blow you out of the room. You know, it's funny, that thing of running into these people and going, God, I've seen this person all my life. I didn't have that experience with him, even though, you know, I'm sitting there and he's telling me about working with Steve McQueen in a movie that was, like, huge to me when I was a little kid. I mean, that movie was, Papillon was like, we were all obsessed with it as kids. My brother and I, we would play Papillon, like at home, jumping onto the raft off the side of the... But for some reason, it didn't really... He's so personable and so... He's nutty in a wonderful way, but he's so available that that didn't happen with me. It's funny, I worked with Helen Mirren and had a weirder experience of being like, oh my God, I've seen this woman naked for so many years since I was a little boy.
You haven't seen Dustin Hoffman naked?
I have not seen Dustin Hoffman naked, but I remember, so it's a case-by-case thing. Sometimes it's weird and sometimes it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this guy is interesting in that, you know, we talk about the architect of their own demise. I think they use another phrase for it in the movie, Trap. But I think everyone does that to a greater or lesser degree to themselves. Have you been falling prey to that?
Being the architect of my own demise?
Or just sabotaging yourself?
Sabotaging myself? Sure. I don't know that I can think. Yeah, probably in fairly subtle ways. I mean, it's a tricky thing. It's hard to sometimes even read it while you're doing it. You know, and then sometimes you can be doing something that seems very positive, and it's actually probably destructive in the long run. I mean, if you take a really pessimistic view of it, trying to do right by anybody, well, you always get screwed in some way, you know. But, I mean, I know people like this maybe more than myself. I mean, I'm a pretty cautious guy, so I don't know that I'm terribly self-destructive. So
you say you know people like this. I wonder, are these people that you could embrace in your personal life? Like people that you could befriend or people you know from afar and are interesting to observe?
I think a lot of the time those self-destructive people are the most appealing kind of people, you know, and the most sort of interesting, vivid, lovely, warm people, you know. They're so fucked up, a lot of them. There's something incredibly, you know, compelling about them, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thanks. It's a really terrific...
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.